Wendy, thank you so much for stopping by today. We are so appreciative of that, especially with LaughFest right around the corner. It may not feel like it right now, but it'll be here before we know it. But thank you so much for stopping by.
Well, thanks for having me. I'll tell you, if there's ever a time we need some laughter in our lives, it's when it's distinctly unfunny outside. And
Right.
this is that time of year.
Yeah. No, very, very unfunny outside. I think that is the perfect way to say it. I wouldn't say it's cold because it's probably a little bit more than cold, but very unfunny is the way I would describe this, Wendy. And we're so happy to have you here to talk about LaughFest again, kind of just getting us all excited for the return of this festival. It's back for a 16th year. This is a really big year for not only LaughFest but for Gilda's Club. We'll get into that in just a little bit. But Wendy, when you hear 16 years of LaughFest, I mean, what really comes to mind? How excited are you to be bringing this back for yet another year?
Oh, it really is exciting. And it wouldn't happen if it weren't for this community, the community that embraces the festival, attends the festival, supports us with their high five pledges, and the talent that we have in our own backyard. So,
Mhm.
it's because people are coming out and wanting to gather together for the emotional health benefits of laughter, but also just to have a good time and see some great talent.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to get into all the fun that you guys have planned for this year's festival in just a little bit. But like I said, this is a very big year for you guys over at Gilda's Club as well. You guys are celebrating 25 years of helping support us here in the Grand Rapids area, all of West Michigan. Again, I mean, I hate to put you again up to this same question, but again, 25 years of Gilda's Club. I mean, what does that kind of emotion bring out to you?
It's amazing to be entering our 25th year of operation, providing that free emotional health care for anybody on a cancer journey or connected to someone on cancer with a cancer journey, or anybody experiencing grief due to any cause of death, not just cancer related. And again, I think 25 years for a nonprofit in the
Mhm.
community is a significant milestone. And it's a significant milestone that we've been able to continue to provide because this community supports us in so many different ways, whether it's through events like LaughFest or through strict donations. All of that is what makes our free emotional health care possible. And I think the thing that is so wonderful about being able to provide that after 25 years is that, true to our namesake, Gilda Radner, she talked about really kind of, it was when she found a community of support that she was able to really journey through that disease of cancer that she was navigating and do it with people that understood what it was like going through a cancer journey and that you could lean into each other during some of life's toughest chapters.
Mhm. And I think that, LaughFest does a really good job of embodying that as well. I mean, you can't have LaughFest without Gilda's Club, and really Gilda's Club would not be what it is today without the help and the proceeds from LaughFest. For people that maybe aren't familiar exactly with all the things, I mean, there's so many different things that Gilda's Club really does offer to the community. For everybody that maybe isn't familiar with every single one, I mean, LaughFest really does provide you guys with the funding to be able to do a lot of this, and especially for free. What are some of those things in particular, if you wouldn't mind, Wendy? I mean, what does LaughFest in particular really help fund?
Well, I think LaughFest and the other events that we have throughout the year, we have a gala coming up March 25.
Mhm.
We have our West Side Walk. We have a variety of different fundraisers. But what those fundraisers do and the proceeds from those fundraisers is, again, to be able to provide that free emotional health care. And free comes at a cost, obviously.
Right.
Our professional social workers and professional team that delivers those support groups, we have as well different kinds of workshops, probably about 200 to 300 different workshops and activities on a monthly basis. Those could be educational opportunities, they could be arts and conversation. We have a ukuleles program, a variety of things. And we also offer a free meal nearly every evening that we're open to the community. Why? Because we want to make sure that we can take away any barriers for people coming to Gilda's Club for the support that they're seeking. Cancer is a challenge in and of itself, as is navigating grief. And we want to make sure that we give people the kind of support in a community environment that is one that will meet them where they're at in a way that they're interested. So there's nothing that we really require anybody to do here other than just an informational new member meeting. But the rest of it is really up to what that individual, that family might be seeking that would be best meet their needs in that time.
Well, it just goes to show that, with LaughFest, not only are you going to be able to have a really good time with the festival, but, you're directly helping Gilda's Club out and, again, continuing to do all the great work that you guys do. So, Wendy, can't thank you enough for, again, just 25 years of Gilda's Club. It's such an incredible milestone. Again, LaughFest, the 16th annual LaughFest is happening March 11th through the 15th. Plenty of time to check out all the fun stuff. And one of the big draws this year, Wendy, that I want to spend a little bit of time on is talking about Adam Ray. He's a really big comedian. I think if anybody is familiar with like the comedy scene right now, you've probably seen some of his bits before. He does a really great Dr. Phil impression. A really funny guy. He's been in a couple of different movies that I'm sure people have seen him in. He's hosting a headlining show on March 15th over at Gun Lake Casino, but he was actually here last year, part of the festival as well. And having a big name like Adam Ray want to be part of this again for a second year in a row, I mean, that just goes to show what LaughFest means to them. I mean, how cool is it to have a guy like that want to be part of it yet again?
It is fantastic. And Gun Lake Casino Resort, as our overarching sponsor, is hosting them, as you said, on the last night of the festival.
Hmm.
That'll be March 15. Last year he sold out, and I expect it'll probably be similar this year as well. And,
Right.
along with him, we've got some of the repeat, what I would call returning things that people really love. Our Clean Comedies Showcase, where we have five comics that are coming in that are going to be entertaining. We've got as well the Dirty Show, because we love all ends of the spectrum here in West Michigan. We often say that we don't all laugh at the same things, but we do know that we all do laugh. And so we want to provide a variety of those types of things. So, and we've got, just a great plethora of different things and some free events as well. Um, we have Family Day here at the clubhouse, which will provide drumming with Josh. We have a family improv. We have Kids Joke. We also have Gospel Fest that'll be happening during the festival time. So there's really something for everyone. And we're really delighted to be able to provide this to the community and for the variety of sponsorships and supports that we get that help to make this festival a reality.
Absolutely. Well, again, the Clean Comedy Showcase is one thing to check out, as well as a bunch of the other shows. And again, that Red Door Gala that Wendy had mentioned earlier is happening on March 25th at the end of the festival. That will be hosted or emceed by two really great comedians, Brad Umpton and Tammy Pascatelli as well. So again, really tons of things to check out. And one thing that I really love about this year's festival, more so than maybe I've picked up on, and this might be my own fault, but maybe more so than I've picked on in the past years, is that there really is more of an emphasis on a lot of the local shows that people can check out really almost every weekend all across West Michigan. There's going to be more of an emphasis, more of a highlight on them throughout LaughFest this year. Again, just kind of focusing on the local talent here. I mean, why was that something important for not only this year but really LaughFest in general, to highlight all the local comedians that people can check out right here in their own backyard?
Yeah, I think one of the things that we were very purposeful about this year was wanting to highlight some of our local talent. It's our local talent that also helped to get this festival off the ground in the first
Right.
place. So 16 years ago, when we first started to see these yellow smiles popping up all over and people were scratching their head as to what's this about, and then asking themselves a second question, why is a cancer organization throwing on a laughter festival? Our local talent was so instrumental in helping us to frame the festival, to be able to deliver the festival, to help us with the high five requests that we have, because that's part of the proceeds that help to support our program. And we wanted to honor and reflect on the fact that we've got some of the best comedic talent in our own backyard. And so that's why we're having an extra emphasis. You'll see some of these individual comics on stage. You'll see a curated show that we have on February 13, which is Comedy at the Clubhouse, which is an informal way of us kicking off the 16th year of the festival. And you'll see shows as you have in the past, River City Improv, Pop Scholars, a comedy project. Some of the folks, again, as you had noted, that you can capture all year round, but are graciously part of this festival as well. And we're so excited about being able to pull all of that together.
Mhm. Well, and you touched on it a little bit earlier, Wendy, for this next question, and that was the, kind of the namesake of Gilda's Club, Gilda Radner. She had mentioned it multiple times that, having that sense of community and really being able to laugh in a time when you're dealing with so much turmoil and so much grief. I mean, it does go a long way. I mean, there's a common phrase, laughter is the best medicine. It really is, though. And I want to spend a little bit of time, if you wouldn't mind, Wendy, just talking about laughter in, I guess, how it relates to grief and being able to kind of overcome that, or at least be able to deal with it a little bit better. I mean, laughter really is a key to that. And again, LaughFest is, even if you're not going through something at this very moment, like the weather potentially, there is something that, you might be going through eventually. And it is important to kind of remember some of these good times. So again, I just want to open it up to you. I mean, just really about, from what you've seen working at Gilda's Club, about laughter being that best medicine for people.
I think one of the things that's important about the research that's done on laughter is that it does have a physiological and an emotional impact on us as human beings. And as human beings, we embrace all the emotions, right? We will experience everything from sadness to joy and everything in between. And somebody once said to me, I think it's a Swedish proverb, so forgive me if I don't get it quite accurate, but that laughter shared is doubled and sorrow shared is halved. And I think when we come together as a community, there's something very special about being able to share a laugh together or be able to lean into one another when we are going through some of those tough chapters. One of the comics that came to LaughFest in the past once said to me that laughter is the surprise recognition that we're not alone. You can be in a room full of strangers and you share a laughter and you share a moment in time that can never be exactly repeated, and you have just walked out with a little bit more joy and a little bit lighter step, hopefully, for you as you've left that show. And I thought that was a really interesting comment coming from a comedian himself.
Right.
And here at Gilda's Club, I know what we deal with in a mission of cancer and grief can feel so heavy for people. Especially one of the hardest things is for people to walk through our well-known red door here. But when you come into Gilda's Club, I think people often will say it's not what I expected it to be. It's warm, it's welcoming. You come as you are. You can say the things that are the hardest things that are happening in your life right now. And you can also find reasons to be able to find that laughter and the smile back. And I think that's what's so great about the 25 years that we're entering into this community and the 16 years for the festival is that it is about creating a community that can support one another through the good times, the hard times, and everything in between.
Wow, that was beautiful, Wendy. Thank you. I mean, that just really just goes to show, again, just what this festival means to not only you guys at Gilda's Club, but really the community in general. And that kind of leads us to our final question. For anybody that shows up to any of the shows, checks out any of the fun things that LaughFest is going to be promoting, maybe does a little bit of more research into Gilda's Club and maybe stops by that red door. Maybe they just see those yellow smiley faces everywhere. I mean, what do you really hope that people get out of the 16th annual LaughFest this time around?
Well, first of all, I hope they have a great time. And
Yes.
we want to have people to be able to experience laughter in all of its forms in a way that feels right for them. And that's why we do have guidelines to show so people can have a clear understanding as to the kinds of things that they're walking into. As I said before, we may not all laugh at the same things, but we all do laugh. So we want people to come out, have a good time, but we also hope that they will learn a little bit more about our mission, be inspired by the people that are supporting us, that they too might want to support us, whether that's through purchasing a high five donation, or if it's through the tickets that they're purchasing and the proceeds from that comes back to Gilda's Club, or they're inspired enough to want to stop by. I love nothing more than to give people in this community a tour of this facility, because when you are able to walk through and experience this space, I think you can have a truer understanding of what the mission is that we are here to deliver in terms of emotional health support.
All right, fantastic stuff. Wendy, as always, it is such a great time talking with you. Thank you so much for stopping by today. We so do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.